I'm Symphony Privet. Thank you for joining us here on Featured. We hope to inspire or simply make you smile with uplifting stories across the country. Now, Bob Ross is known for sharing the joy of painting with audiences all over the world, and that includes the artist you see right here on your screen. Just a few years ago, he couldn't have imagined his work would be appreciated by others. But as Michelle Beck shows us, reality surpassed the limits of his own imagination.
I gotta get super close.
Artists feel close to their art, but rarely are they close.
Maybe an inch.
Like this.
Half inch.
Rob Swift is unlike most lovers of detail who in time step back to take it all in. At 6 feet away, daisies turn hazy. Rob tells us this is how he sees his work, let alone his world.
I had stage 5 ROP. It's a eye disease. I got it when I was a baby. I was premature. It's horrible in my left eye, and I can see a little bit in my right eye, but over the years it gets worse. And when I got my Crohn's disease, it got even worse.
That was 4 years ago. Then Rob became blind.
I had a normal job, had a car, had a house, everything. I lost it all within months.
What a perfect time, he thought, to try something new.
Bob Ross made it look easy, so I was like, I could do that.
With his teacher still at his St. Paul home studio,
I like more realism.
roughly 90 pieces emerged out of no previous art experience.
I just hope they can see a landscape painting. I hope it's as good as what they say it is. I hope they enjoy it.
Some paintings are for sale
It's truly amazing. That's a big challenge.
at Contron's art gallery.
And I'm still in shock that a person can do that.
How does he do that?
Really slowly and carefully.
Rob can't see past 2 inches, but he captures vast landscapes seemingly just as they are.
It's identical scenery. This spoke to me because this is where my brother and I, we would run around the bamboo woods and the streams and the creeks.
I love still going out and looking at nature. I mean, I can't see it, but I still appreciate the beauty of it. I take pictures and I can blow them up and then I can see them. I like mountain sceneries, forest sceneries, and I get the gist of what everything is. So when I do paints, I just use my creativity, imagination, and just go crazy, and there it is.
He also practices the art of patience.
People could probably get these done in days or hours, but for me it takes me weeks, and then I get frustrated sometimes because I have to go slow and I don't get to see any of my process.
How do you overcome that frustration?
I keep remembering it's not for me, it's for you guys.
And by you guys, he means anyone watching.
I'm blind and I just completed this painting.
Blind artist. Rob proves those 2 words don't contradict.
I mean, hey, if a blind guy can do it, maybe you can.
They're closer than you might think. In St. Paul, Michelle Beck.
That's right. Well, the Bob Ross legacy lives on. His show, The Joy of Painting, ran from 1983 to 1994, and it still continues to inspire people today, even me. I started watching Bob Ross during the pandemic, and I began developing my own artwork at home. Nothing like Rob, though. Now, here's a quick little silly video I made showcasing some of my work. I went for the nice sunset. I love lemons. And that piece behind me you see there, I created that. I was very proud of it. It was my first project. So if you have been kind of thinking about weighing in and creating your own artwork, go for it. No mistakes. What was it that Bob Ross said? No mistakes. Happy accidents. There we go. All right, let's take it over to Georgia now, where one mom says she took on one of her biggest challenges yet as a parent, teaching her son how to read. Naomi Washington tells us what she discovered along the way that gives other families hope.
12-year-old Zachary Duncan is learning to read in a way that finally makes sense to him.
I can remember being that mom and just being lost and not knowing what to do. And so now that I know what to do and I have my son where I want him to be, academically, now I want to open up the doors for other parents who need the same type of support that I needed.
Shakondria Duncan says public school wasn't the right fit for her son, who has autism. She spent lots of time searching for a way to help.
I feel like my son is a star. And it's based in neurodiversity, and I wanted the focus to be those that, you know, have those type of challenges. So I just combined those two ideas together.
She came up with the concept NeuroStars Phonics Factory. It's a nonprofit literacy group designed for kids with autism and dyslexia. The lessons use a multisensory approach, syllables, rhymes, and tapping sounds to make reading less overwhelming.
Now I have just seen him just pick it up like this, you know, jump from one concept to the next. And it's, you know, we have 5 days to teach the concept, but he picks it up often in 2.
Duncan, a former teacher, says the time between kindergarten and 2nd grade is very important for future progress.
By the time they're 3rd grade and they have to read to learn, it's more of a comprehension thing. And the more time they spend decoding words, the less time they spend comprehending what they're actually reading.
Duncan hopes that what she started as a way to help her son can now open doors for other families facing the same challenges.
A parent on a mission is an unstoppable force for sure. That was Naomi Washington reporting. Alrighty, come on with me to Minnesota now, where a teenager is always prepared for the impossible. It takes a lot of work. Now, I want to introduce you to the 17-year-old. He tells Boyd Hubert he has a strong drive to help, and as you're about to see, he finally got a chance to put his skills to the test.
Yes, this is just my office.
To call this just his office
My computer
is to miss
Ohio,
that which defines
Alabama.
17-year-old Riley Pollock.
They may have a faint smell of smoke.
It feels kind of like a police department.
Yeah, I know.
He's not your typical 17-year-old kid.
Lori Pollock is Riley's mom.
This is a tactical vest.
He's had this drive since he's been 6 years old. Any little handcuffs, anything, badges. And then he was an FBI agent. That was Halloween that one year.
This is a duty belt. This is what police officers wear around their waist. Always what I wanted to do, help people. There's a stethoscope here.
So he's like, Mom, I ordered this first aid kit from Amazon.
Glucose.
And I saw it, and it was this massive thing. I'm like, what the world do you need all that for?
These are oral airways.
All his life preparing.
You never know when you need it.
Then he did.
Address of 64246 350th Street. We have a male party having a seizure on the side of the road. He is at an auction there.
Tom Geislinger, husband and father of 2, was at that auction when his heart stopped.
It was outside, it was cold.
Riley was at the auction too.
Yeah, ready to go home because it was freezing.
All of a sudden we heard, is there a nurse or a doctor?
I said to my mom, I said, oh crap.
Or something like that.
He said, oh, I'm sorry.
I booked, like, I never ran so fast before in my life.
Riley threw his keys to a stranger
and said, get the first aid kit out of the back of my vehicle, and he pointed at it.
That first aid kit his mom hadn't thought he needed.
I think he had a mission and intuition or something.
No heartbeat?
No, nothing.
No breathing?
No, nothing at all.
He just took charge. He knew.
When we got him on his back, I said, we need to start CPR.
We have CPR in progress with a male party on scene.
You'd been preparing for this all your life.
Yeah. Yep, pretty much.
And Watkins ambulance is en route.
The drive by the ambulance crew, more than 10 crucial minutes.
What he did was exceptional.
First page is at 1333.
Tom Geislinger spent 11 days in the hospital.
He saved your life.
Yes, he did. Complete hero.
Today, he's fully recovered.
You know, according to all odds, he should have been dead.
I'm here. I get to be a father. I get to be a dad, you know. It's all because of that one kid, you know.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome.
And now that kid who dreamed of being a cop.
My name is Brian Cruz. I'm your Meeker County Sheriff.
Is being honored by them.
There's no way we could ever repay him. He saved our son's life.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you very, very much.
Yeah.
Thanks isn't enough what you did.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's as if Riley knew his destiny all along.
Very special young man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Glad I was there.
Thank you.
Remember, we got a reserve program when you turn 18.
Definitely gonna go for it.
You come back and visit us.
Yeah,
So.
oh yeah, definitely.
You definitely have that drive that we're looking for.
Dreams born in a 6-year-old.
See, exactly.
Are coming true. Yep.
And to think,
Yep.
at 17, Riley's yet to take a step
Oh yeah.
on the road ahead.
That was Boyd Hubert reporting. In Texas, American heroes are suiting up for a different mission. The program is bringing together veterans and first responders, giving them a chance to find new purpose and healing through the art of beekeeping. Juliana Jackson shows us how this hands-on approach is helping honeybees thrive while also changing lives.
For Steve Jimenez, suiting up for battle looks a little different these days.
We talk about suiting up, trusting yourself, your gear, and your buddies, following a known process.
The former Marine founded Hives for Heroes after discovering that beekeeping could heal wounds.
Right? There's a lot of fear associated in just general life, and it could be something that you stepping over that actually allows you to overcome fear.
Hives for Heroes is the world's largest organization of beekeepers serving over 10,000 veterans and first responders daily across the country.
Or you basically go from zero to hero or hero to hero in a very short period of time through all the tools.
But for Steve, the real magic happens when the outside world disappears.
When you overcome that fear and you get into a hive, the whole world disappears. For a vet, that might be the trauma of losing somebody. That might be the trauma of taking life. It could just be from being gone.
The program also creates real economic opportunities. Beekeepers can earn revenue from honey sales and hive management services. That's where an unexpected partnership comes in. These beehives sit on a solar farm near Waco and College Station. It's part of a partnership with renewable energy company Enel North America.
More importantly, it's going to put really the central focus for us, which is creating biodiversity, creating habitat for pollinators.
For Steve and his fellow beekeepers, the mission is clear.
You're talking about people, you're talking about healing people and the planet.
That was Juliana Jackson reporting. We have so much more for you straight ahead on Featured. Here's a quick look. The Great Escape with the click of a button. This cow's fate was changed forever. We'll tell you how it went from slaughterhouse to sanctuary. And a simple chalkboard is doing more than just sharing quotes. A bit later in the show, how one man's daily message is inspiring a community. Welcome back. A cow is moving on to greener pastures in Arizona. Recently, Mutilda escaped from a slaughterhouse only to be brought back there hours later. Chase Golightly shows us how an online community rallied together to spare the cow's life.
Roaming free at Amy's Farm Animal Sanctuary,
she's blooming like this flower.
Mutilda is living her best life.
She's really a remarkable little cow.
A life she was never supposed to have. 4-year-old Mutilda was born and raised for slaughter until she escaped.
She knew what she was running from, and boy, she ran and ran for 3 miles. In the hot sun she ran, and then she ended in the lake.
That's when the founder of the sanctuary, Amy Takaha, stepped in.
When I saw the first video of her running down the streets, I'm like, oh my gosh, she wants to live. She knew, and she escaped. She wanted to leave that slaughterhouse. She did not want to die.
Amy takes in all kinds of animals with traumatic pasts, many being left for dead.
He was living in a house where they were making drugs, and those chemicals damaged his lungs a little.
Amy called the slaughterhouse asking if she could take the cow, but it came with a price.
And he told me I had 24 hours to come up with $2,500 or she would be processed the next day. My heart sank.
Not having the money and time against her, Amy turned to social media, asking for donations. And sure enough, the community answered. About 60 people donated to save Mutilda's life, and it worked.
It fills my heart with such joy.
It's taken some time for the newest addition to get used to the change.
She was showing us fear and aggression. She didn't want to go back to the slaughterhouse.
But after about 2 weeks,
she's filling out and she's getting shiny. And her eyes are not so fearful. She's watching kindness for the first time in her life, and she's really soaking that all up.
Even making friends.
She has a best friend, Adora Bull is his name.
Finding a home that she will live comfortably for the rest of her days.
She has such a will to survive. She's very inspirational to me, and it's just such a good feeling that she's here and safe.
Wow, that was Chase Golightly reporting. Now, dogs in Pennsylvania are doing their part to support their fellow pups. Take a look. These dogs are taking a dip. Oh, they're having the time of their lives. Taking a dip in the pool for a good reason. Emily Kress takes us to an amusement park in Pennsylvania to show us how the pups are supporting animals in need.
Members here just absolutely love seeing the puppies in the park, and about a decade ago or more they requested, could we do this to support our local animal rescues, and the Knoebel family supported that, and it's been growing ever since.
So the humans grabbed their own swimsuits to take their dogs for an afternoon out for the annual doggy dive. Kathy Rickard of Orwicksburg says she has brought her dog Buddy out for the last several years.
He does. He's not a jumper, but he likes getting in and getting wet.
Knoebel's staff estimate upwards of 500 dogs took a dip in the pool. All money raised is donated to several animal rescue organizations.
Having an absolute blast, but it's all for a great cause, which makes this even better. We love supporting our animal rescues, especially being a pet-friendly park. This is just another piece of that.
For the rescues like Mommy and Me Rescue and Mostly Mutts, volunteers say the extra money helps them continue their mission's needs.
We've taken so many rescues and so many medical cases. It would help so much. Heating, air conditioning, food, everything at the, all our supplies, electricity.
The Pooches and their owners say they're looking forward to next year's doggy dive here at Knoebel's Amusement Resort.
That was Emily Kress reporting. It makes me feel like I'm on Old MacDonald's farm. And on that farm, he had a cow, then a dog, and now a group of horses. But not just any horses. Take a look here. They are the famous Budweiser Clydesdales. Now, you've probably seen them in Super Bowl commercials or in parades. Jim Altman takes us to Connecticut, where the horses are trotting for an honorable cause.
Harnessed and hitched. The State House suddenly has some added horsepower. Just a furlong from the Capitol steps, they're proud to proclaim that the nays have it.
Parades, festivals, fairs, sporting events.
A team of 8 on the march. The Budweiser Clydesdales have come to Connecticut.
Budweiser Clydesdales go back to 1933, and back in 1933, Mr. Bush decided to send the Clydesdales out on tour, and we've been touring ever since.
And their mission goes beyond just raising a beer glass. It's about raising awareness. Locally, the Clydesdales are collaborating with beer wholesaler Hartford Distributors, supporting the group Folds of Honor.
Folds of Honor gives scholarships to disabled and deceased veterans and first responders, their spouses and their children.
Nationally, they've raised $33 million for Folds of Honor over the past 15 years. And for Marie McCrae, the Clydesdales are symbolic of her kids' success. Her husband Kevin was an Army paratrooper. A training accident ended his military career. She says complications from his accident persisted. He died in 2020.
This is in honor of my husband. I travel all around the country to make everybody aware of Folds of Honor and what our mission is. And our mission is to honor their sacrifice, educate their legacy. And 3 of my children are recipients of Folds of Honor.
And here, just a trot on the blacktop is going the extra mile for their cause.
It's really great, but I just think everybody is in awe of just how majestic these creatures really are. And so we're just hoping to spread the word.
This is the pride of Anheuser-Busch, and we're proud to go all over the country showcasing the Clydesdales.
In Hartford, Connecticut, Jim Altman for Featured.
Alrighty, don't go too far. We have a look at what's coming up. A birthday cake that came with a warning. We'll tell you what the decorator told the customer before picking up her order and why it has social media in stitches. Welcome back. Let's check out what's trending on social media now. TikTok is eating up this $30 birthday cake from a grocery store in Ohio. Now, the customer said the employee looked terrified when he handed it over. So let's check out why. Oh my goodness. Okay, so instead of a polished "Happy Birthday, Steve," the customer got a crooked, squiggly scribble that said, "I'm sorry, I did my best." No way. The imperfect cake went viral, with some viewers commenting, "Chef's kiss." The grocery store even joined in on the fun, promising extra training for its bakery staff. I wouldn't have paid for it. That's just me. I'm not taking home a cake that says, "Sorry, I tried," and they think they're gonna get 30 bucks out of me. The cake has to be free. All right, let's stay in the dessert aisle for this next one. There's a new Girl Scout cookie on the block. They're called Explore Mores. I am so excited for this new addition. Being, I was a former Girl Scout myself. Let's take a walk back in history here, walk back in time. I don't want to age myself too much. This is a picture of me. I think it was about maybe 7. My family had just moved to Japan. My father was in the military, and my mom thought it would be a good idea to sign me up in Girl Scouts to, make some new friends in this new place that we're living. And I was out in front of the grocery store on the military base selling cookies. Now, let's take a look at this flavor, the Explore Mores. It's a Rocky Road ice cream inspired sandwich cookie. If you're wondering how it tastes, look no further. My coworker and I had a chance to do a little taste test before it officially rolls out. Check it out.
It's definitely Rocky Road.
It tastes just like the ice cream. I promise it does. It's really good. Now, hopefully we can hear from you, and you can let us know what you think about it when you get your hands on it. That's a wrap on What's Trending. Here's a look at what's coming up next. Now, he once tackled his opponents on the gridiron, but now this former football player is standing on a different kind of stage. How he's hitting a note no one saw coming. Thank you for staying with us here on Featured. I'm Symphony Privet, and we are continuing to bring you uplifting stories across the country. A man in Buffalo, New York is putting faith into motion as he's preparing for a bike ride around the globe to help raise awareness and money. Claudine Ewing introduces us to the 72-year-old rider known as the Biking Bishop.
Meet Bishop Dr. Andre A.R. Willis, or Bishop Dr. Dre.
Not the rapper, but the pastor.
He's the Biking Bishop. He rode thousands of miles on his tour for humanity.
I went from Cedartown, Georgia to the White House,
raising $585,000 in just 3 months.
I'm riding around the world. My first 3 campaigns, which started in 1993, and now is ending some 30 years later.
Now he's ready for his new campaign called For the Least of These.
We started in Atlanta, and then the team and I will fly out to the West Coast and then go from west to east during the winter.
He'll also bike in South America, Canada, and South Korea. It will be 4,800 miles. I asked the Biking Bishop, why does he do it?
People need help. People need hope. I grew up here in Buffalo. Basically, back in the 50s, poor, broke, busted, disgusted. My dad was a funeral director here, and we lived on meager income. Having grown up, and then find myself living in a cardboard box. And after 3.5 to 4 years living that kind of way, I said, again, I'm not going to live like this. And I didn't like the way other people are living like this.
And that birthed his desire to ride and raise money for humanity.
And if we can start getting back to the basics of helping humanity, then we can live a whole lot better than what we are. In my last 3 campaigns, we raised over millions of dollars and gave it all away.
That was Claudine Ewing reporting. Now, what started as a hobby for a former high school math teacher grew into a cake pop bakery. Check it out. And now a second business is popping off. Christy Paul shows us how life in the kitchen led to an unexpected leap into a new career.
Things are really popping off for Amy Mucha, founder of Daisy Pops.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
2 years ago, she opened the Pop Shop in Kent. Sweet success soon followed.
We crank out between 2,000 and 3,000 cake pops a week in our commercial bakery. We have about 15 pop artists who are amazing and really make the magic happen.
Now you'll find flavors like chocolate chip banana bread, creamsicle, and fruity pebbles in select coffee shops and 2 grocery stores. Growing demand led to innovation.
The old-fashioned way of rolling out your dough, trying to put the stick in, keep it a perfect sphere, wasn't efficient or consistent.
So she turned to 3D printing and changed the shape from sphere to disc.
We just roll out our dough, kind of like making cookies, and then we stamp them out with these tools, and then it's portioned and shaped in one motion.
Other bakers noticed and wanted the tools too. Last year, Amy filled more orders for tools than cake pops. That's when Daisy Makes was born, her second business. Nearly 40,000 orders have now shipped worldwide. For Amy, it's not just about sales. It's about helping others grow their small businesses.
So it's so fun to see people using those ideas and actually being able to improve their business and improve their lives, because they're saving time now, which gives them more time with their families or for their other interests instead of being in the kitchen.
Daisy Makes also sells cake pop supplies. And while it may sound like she's giving away trade secrets, Amy sees it differently.
When you are in a gold rush, you don't want to be the one digging for gold. What do you want to be doing? Manufacturing the shovels, because as these people are getting more into the cake popping, they're going to continue buying Daisy Makes.
With business booming, she's already planning expansion, on the way to pop domination.
I would like to have our tools in the hands of not just cake poppers actually, but the general public, where we can have pop it yourself kits so that families can do these together. So I just want Daisy Makes in the hands of everybody. It's not that big of a goal, right?
That was Christy Paul reporting, and just like that cake pop master, you can turn your hobbies into a thriving business or two. So let's meet a man in Colorado who is living proof that you can be a master of many things. He went from the football field to the opera house, and now he is making a switch to a third act. Rachel Krause explains.
Open this. Yeah, we'll do them in here. This one's big.
On the farm, it's all hands on deck.
Bringing them in is the hard part.
For Keith Miller, branding day is tradition. It's in his blood.
I mean, it's our farm, so it's very important.
Being able to have him come home and help us out, that's very rewarding for us. Yeah, that we're still okay to come home to the small town.
Keith's mom, Donna, knows this tiny town 3 miles from the border of Nebraska was always home.
It all started on that patch of grass.
Football was Keith's escape.
Sports was another vacation. The longer we played, and if we made the playoffs, it'd get me out of the field for another weekend.
He played hard enough to get the attention from schools around the country and here at home.
When I was at CU, I actually saw myself like on the field. I was like, all right, I got this.
Sports, a second act, the next opportunity for Keith to shine.
It was so much more.
As a fullback, Keith blocked his way through some of the Buffs' best seasons, being a part of a legendary team, a dream, waking him up to other aspirations.
Music didn't enter my mind until 1994. So I'm watching Die Hard, and at the credits, the Ode to Joy starts playing, and this bass starts singing. He's like, Freunde, schöne Götter funken. And I was like, well, I could do that.
An interest sparked, lighting a flame that stayed lit long after CU and the seasons of football that followed. Until after one workout, while singing, he saw a sign.
And there was an audition in Minneapolis for the exact role I was just singing. I had no music, I had no pianist, I had no resume, I had no headshot. I just showed up, and they said, what are you doing here?
2 songs was all it took to usher in the third act of his life. Carrying him all the way to New York, center stage at the Met. Over the years, Keith sang around the country, performing more than 350 roles as a solo artist. his greatest role would come off stage.
There's nothing that I've ever experienced that's more wonderful than being a father.
To take care of his daughter, Keith stepped out of the spotlight. But his heart and his voice carried his family home to Colorado.
There's a There's a need for music and culture and arts here.
Right on the piano, sing louder, sing it.
He's created a program bringing musicians and performers to Gunnison.
Let the piano carry you up there. Bum, ba, bum. He's much louder than you are.
Giving kids a chance to grow. Allowing them to work with the best.
A lot of kids, not just here, they need to know that people see things in them that are beyond what they see in themselves. Let's see, here you go.
For Keith, this festival and its future is paying forward all the opportunities he's been given.
They need to know that a dream can come true.
From the farm to the field to the stage and now behind the scenes, Keith's passion is allowing him to shine.
Sound.
I wasn't going to let somebody else tell me what I couldn't do. Like I said, it wasn't out of ego, it was because I knew that I could do it.
Close your eyes, sing What's the Rain Feel Like?
Knowing wherever life carries him.
Good. Right. The first one is this beautiful on my own.
His next act may be his best.
So that's where you want to go every time.
That was Rachel Krause reporting. All right, on to the world of dating now. More people are swiping left when it comes to online dating apps. But amid this decline in users is a rise of some old school tactics with a twist. Among them, a new dating technique that's taking the set up by a friend idea to a whole new level. Sammy Salina tells us more.
What time? Starts at 6:30.
Putting yourself out there.
Green, single, ready to mingle.
Take some guts.
Red, maybe not mingling tonight.
Especially.
No idea what to expect. I love it.
If you're doing it.
So then you both got some flags too.
In front of a crowd.
Fun fact, she was born in a car.
Luckily.
Pretty exciting stuff.
You can make your friends do it for you.
Get him a can of hams. Get him a quesadilla. He's a happy camper.
Pitch a Friend Twin Cities is an event where you give a PowerPoint presentation for a single friend.
He's a good mover. He's got a RAV4.
And interested people can reach out.
Stand up, Derek.
Why not have a friend that I love who's known me for a long time?
He has a full head of hair.
Give a presentation about me, like that's such a sweet thing to do.
Aaron Brummer's friend, Gail Gustafson, is plotting to find a way to keep her transplant pal in Minnesota by helping her find a Minnesota partner.
I'm plotting to keep me here. We're all on board. The plan has been put in motion. Yeah. She's training for a triathlon.
The concept has been growing in momentum here.
She has great style.
Why, you may ask?
We don't have time for the apps anymore. Apps, I think, are just, it's so exhausting.
Nothing can be worse than the apps.
Dating app fatigue.
Red flag, green flag?
Jackie Carper organizes Pitch a Friend and hosts games during the night.
They like hikes, like real hikes. We love nature in here.
You can say she started this for love.
I'm engaged myself, so this is my way to pay off my wedding.
But really,
they text their mom every day.
She saw an opportunity.
We're also coming out of post-COVID, where I think people are like, I need love, I need friendship, I need connection, I need in-person stuff. There we go.
This event originated in Philadelphia.
He is a mechanical engineer. He's employed.
It's now in dozens of cities, and breweries pay Jackie to draw a crowd.
Nicole is delightful.
It started slow back in March here.
She fosters dogs and cats. Anyone think 50?
But now they have a packed event every week.
It's actually 64.
It's a chance to give and receive more information than you can get on a dating app from a trusted source and get like a better picture than you can in like 6 photos and a couple prompts.
Everyone needs an Addie in their life.
Dating app fatigue is a real thing.
She's a 3-sport athlete, just say it.
A Forbes health survey shows a quarter of users report swiping burnout.
Meet the catch of your lifetime.
And especially among Gen Z, there has been a decline in usage.
Fun and adventurous.
You don't know if it's accurate.
With the swiping, you're coming from more of a superficial space.
Caitlin Rosenberg and Andrew Hansen are mother-son dating experts and matchmakers.
There's those green flags.
They run the Love Architects and coach people through relationships.
Okay, sorry.
and think this idea of PowerPoint pitches is a great one.
It really kind of brings up exactly who the people are.
Many people are doing it differently and trying to see each other in person now, which I love.
Can I have a Gail to the stage?
I appreciate that all these people are willing to give validity to one certain individual. I think that's beautiful.
She loves to dance and is really good at it.
So in the uncomfortable world of dating,
And she's the cool aunt, the sweet daughter, and the supportive sister.
who better
So sweet.
to put you out there than a friend?
Amazing.
And that was Sammy Selena reporting, though, what better person to speak on your behalf than your friend, right? But to find a date, I don't know about that. So I decided to bring in some reinforcements for this one. These are two of our featured crew that you don't typically see because they're behind the cameras. I want to introduce you guys to Sophia and Anthony. Thank you for joining me up here, guys.
Thank you for having us.
Okay, so first up, want to know, both of you, thumbs up or thumbs down?
I say thumbs up.
Yeah.
Thumbs up?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna say thumbs down.
Oh.
My friends have the best intentions, but they may not know like what really makes my heart smile. The little quirky things about me. I mean, they know my quirks, but I trust myself. Okay, now, how do you feel about this method of matchmaking?
Good.
I think it's a good idea for people when they have friends in town.
Yeah.
Part of the reason it wouldn't be good for me, most of my friends are out of state or kind of far. So, not quite the method for me, but definitely a good option.
All right, what about you, Sophia?
I like it. I feel like, yes, your friends may not know you, but they do have the best intentions in you.
Yeah.
So they may say things that, oh, I do have that, or oh, I do feel that way.
Yeah.
So I like that. Plus, with this way, you don't get catfished. So that's really nice.
Okay. Now, do you believe that your opinion is better than what your friends do? Or we'll say, do you think this is a better option than dating apps, rather? Having your friends do it, or the apps?
Or the apps. Oh, I think my friends. I think they know me pretty well.
Okay. What about you, Anthony?
Honestly, I found my girlfriend on the app, so I'd go with the apps myself.
It works for you. You have a success story. Sophia, you ended up kind of doing it the old school way.
Old school way, yes.
With your high school sweetheart. Hey, whatever way works for you. Just gotta put yourself out there, right?
That's right.
Okay. Thank you guys so much for joining us. It's so cool to have you guys in front of the camera instead of behind the camera for once. All right, thank you guys. And we have to take a quick break. Stay with us. We have more after this. Welcome back. We're about to witness a family reunion that is long overdue, 160 years to be exact. Victoria Anderson tells us the story of two Connecticut brothers who were separated in the Civil War, and she shares the efforts it took to bring them back together again.
What may just seem like another set of Union uniforms, letters, and effects on display at the New England Civil War Museum
I dream of home all the time.
is really a long overdue dream coming true.
It's a special feeling, not only to bring these guys home in a sense, but that they're together.
Seth Frederick Plum and Will Plum were just two of 50,000 Connecticut men shipped off in the Civil War. But now, thanks to Museum Executive Director Dan Hayden, the brothers are back together again.
We jumped on the opportunity right away.
The two uniforms and various items come from a museum in Texas.
Their uniforms have traveled across the past 160 years. This is the first time the two of them are together.
The homecoming party charged an $18,000 tab for the museum.
Just to be able to bring them together, you can't put a financial value on it.
Through a series of letters, Hayden was able to track the brothers through their battles.
The exhibit that we have on display represents the last time that they had seen each other.
Their last moments together before Seth's death in 1864 are now frozen in time.
While so many of our dear Litchfield boys have been killed or are dying, Will and I have been permitted to meet. Imagine our feelings as we embraced each other. Seth Plum to friends, June 5th, 1864. I have seen Seth and could rejoice that we could meet once more while so many brothers and friends were separated by this cruel war to meet no more on this earth. Will Plum to his sister Lamira, June 4th, 1864.
The project is pushed by passion for Hayden, who is no stranger to the bond of brotherhood.
So I envision myself with my brothers or myself with my son standing in the same occupied space and what that hopefully must feel like.
Pieces of a family torn apart hundreds of years ago are now back together.
Well, after nearly 80 years together, one couple is sharing their recipe for a long and successful marriage. Oh, I gotta listen up to this one. The countdown is on for me. Sean Giggy has the story out of Texas.
6 weeks before I graduated, the Navy said, "We need you."
98-year-old John Larson has had an honorable life.
I had to look for signals of enemy aircraft coming at us.
A naval radar operator in World War II, John later served as a scoutmaster, one of the most distinguished leaders the organization has ever known.
Yeah, I suppose.
And yet, his greatest honor has always been his forever honor.
We understand each other, I think.
Tuesday is John and Vivian's 75th anniversary.
I did a good job, I think. Picking the right woman, she's it.
John and Vivian met as undergrads at the University of Wisconsin, but John wasn't the only apple of her eye.
I had competition.
Vivian had plenty of suitors.
Wow, big time.
But there was just something about John.
Well, you're cute.
Looking deeper, she saw a future.
And I just thought that this was the person I could do it with.
They married in 1950, and although they say they've never really argued, they always fought for their marriage, their children, and each other.
I think we're lucky.
Overcoming career moves and cross-country moves.
You just kept going. You didn't quit.
Vivian says once they learned to accept their differences.
We were opposites.
And instead focus on their shared ambition.
That's probably why we've worked together.
Their bond deepened in a way that's almost incalculable.
How do you measure love? That's tough. I just think that we go together. We balance each other.
They say a successful marriage is no mystery. It's hard work and compassion. When you make that kind of commitment, you find that love is rarely the fairy tale we think or imagine, but instead is so much better.
That's the way it works.
In Bedford, I'm Sean Giggy.
In every community, there are signs for us to stop, to slow down. But in this Towson, Maryland neighborhood, one sign does both.
I think a lot of people look forward to that every day.
Stop to read.
One person can make a difference and everyone should try.
Slow down to think.
You just can see that your day can be better reading those words, I think.
Each morning, it's held up by a Tahoe. Put up.
Started right with COVID.
By Todd Briggs.
I think I've done it every day since.
1963 days.
Just like the mailman. Rain, sleet, snow, whatever, it was out there.
1963 quotes.
I've always been into quotes. I have notebooks of quotes. Hope is being able to see that there is light despite all of the darkness. Try to be a rainbow in someone else's cloud. The best way to cheer yourself up is to cheer everybody else up, Mark Twain.
With every post, the cheer here from Chalk creates community.
To have that positivity every day is so encouraging.
Hard times for many people, so it's amazing.
He's an inspiration to a lot of folks, especially our family.
A number of people have told me over time, that gives you a pause to say, hey, it can be okay.
As much as it's been needed by his neighborhood,
you've needed it too.
Oh, for sure. Oh, there's no doubt.
In 2001, Todd's wife Ellen became sick.
We went through a long stretch where she had been sick for a long time with cancer. It was a long 15-year battle. She passed in November of 16.
What most people don't know.
That was her chalkboard sign.
It was hanging right up in the kitchen. You know, we had things attached to it over years.
Todd wanted to honor Ellen's joy, and when there's a will, there's a driveway.
Keeps her going.
Yeah, it's powerful.
Every so often, a stranger will stop. From the girl who left behind a Starbucks gift card.
She wanted to say thank you.
To the neighbor who just needed a hug.
Those moments seem to come, and I think they're from my wife Ellen up above, of just saying, you know, hey dummy, no, let's keep this going.
Signs for Todd to keep the board up and to keep his community uplifted.
Alrighty, that is a wrap for this episode of Featured. Until next time, make it a great one.